Who is Kamala Harris really? And will the real Kamala Harris please stand up? If you recall, when she was trying to obtain the Democratic nomination, her candidacy and her campaign lasted all but 5 minutes. But because Joe Biden got the nod, because they felt it was his turn, and he became the presidential nominee for the Democrat Party, his only criteria was for his VP pick was to pick a woman of color. So enter Kamala Harris, who basically got the job based off her sex and her race. Her race, which is still being determined, by the way. But that's how easy it was. Now, Joe Biden has been president, we all know, and the Democrat Party unceremoniously essentially put him out to pasture. Kamala is the one who is left standing. Basically, she is running for president. She even has her own VP pick now, but she is running for president and nobody even voted for her. I just got to wonder if voters feel bamboozled. But anyway, there's that. But the media is going to try to sell her as being the greatest thing since like sliced bread or indoor plumbing or something. But the fact is, who is this woman really? Kamala Harris is a progressive prosecutor with very radical policies. I wrote a few down. So this is based off of interviews that she did in the past, that she is on the record of having of these. This is where she stood on these issues. One of them is ending private health insurance. So if you like your health insurance and she gets into office, then it's going to be too bad for you. She believes that the federal government should confiscate all firearms from law-abiding citizens through a mandatory buyback program, so basically taking guns away. There's really no surprise there, I suppose. She believes in an increased tax rate, which I believe would crush the middle class. She supports the Green New Deal. She also believes in banning fracking. She supported the 2020 riots and was basically asking people back at that time to support the Minnesota Freedom Fund. And what that was a fund to help release prisoners, criminals that were picked up and taken in because of the looting, the setting fire to cop cars, looting businesses, destroying properties, stealing tons of money in merchandise. It was millions of dollars in damages and even killing people. And she believes that those people should be released without bail and put back out on the street. So she compared ICE to the KKK and said that ICE should be abolished. Illegal immigration should be decriminalized. Taxpayers should fit the bill and taxpayer funded, supporting illegal immigrants for food, clothing, housing, shelter, healthcare, everything. She believes that taxpayers should also foot the bill to pay for transgender surgeries in prisons. So trans felons who want to make the switch and make the change, that taxpayers should be on the hook to pay for those gender reassignments. And lastly, I put down here that she was the deciding vote. She casted the deciding vote for the American Rescue Plan, basically that contributed greatly to the skyrocketing inflation that we are all now experiencing, and which is killing our pocketbooks. But the point is, folks, it's the 90-day sprint. It's virtually 3 months out, the election. The media machine is going to say and do anything. They're gonna cover up, they're going to sweep under the rug. Um, she's gonna say and do everything as well, that she's changed her heart and her mind, and, uh, she's just trying to appeal to the more common sense voters who look at this and think, no, I'm not gonna vote for that." The point is, I know that people are so eager to get a female president, but let's not get one that's gonna be a disaster. I suggest and recommend that you just do your own research. You dig into her past, where she stood, her stance on things, and you too will discover who the real Kamala Harris really is.